The World Pension Summit 2015 brought together pension professionals from 55 countries around the world. The challenge in front of them: building better pensions. Pensions that address the world's demographic changes. Pensions designed to contribute more to society. Pensions that reflect the greater engagement needed by savers.
Well, if you look at the aging of people grow older, and 50 years ago when we started to think of pensions, we didn't put that in our concept. So we have to save longer, more money to have a stable financial future. The individual in Europe has to realize that it's his financial future or her financial future, and don't think too much that the government will take care of that. Start taking care of your own financial future. People are more engaged into the pension discussion and also the pension debate in the apps, the mobile phones, the interaction on the internet about the topic of how to secure some money for your old age. Because insurers are doing that, but also pension funds are trying to interact with their beneficiary or potential beneficiaries on that level. So internet is a real game changer.
The 250 delegates here in The Hague's stunning Lauerman Museum were invited to share their thoughts and ideas in all areas of the pension industry: pension scheme development, asset management, communication and financial literacy, and more.
We don't own the uniqueness of your own pension ideas. We share them with each other, and sharing speeds up the change of the pension industry.
Now, pensions are a very local topic. They're dependent on local tax, labor law legislation, judiciary rules. But there's a lot in common, and we can learn a lot from each other, and that's what this is all about.
I spoke to some people from Asia, and they were telling me, well, we found the EU debate very informative. Why? Because it is a showcase of the difficulties that fragmentation can have, and it is interesting to learn from this.
Australia's had a defined contribution model universally for about 28 years, and there are a number of things that we can probably learn from each other. In the Australian system, we've obviously got to communicate a lot with members, and that's become quite a challenge. With defined contribution and compulsory defined contribution comes inertia or apathy on the part of members, and so the challenge becomes engaging with them.
The key theme for this year's World Pension Summit: innovation. On the second day, the World Pension Summit Innovation Award 2015 was announced. The 5 nominees, Fidelity Investments, Hester, Nest, People Pensions Trust Ghana and VBV Pensions Casa, were all disrupting the pensions industry in new and interesting ways. But there could only be one winner: Nest, which the jury said presented a blueprint for a core retirement strategy, a detailed strategy for a cash lump sum, an income drawdown fund, and income for protection in later life. Hosted in the heart of Europe, the conversations at the World Pension Summit were often focused on the challenges Europe faces. But the conference is global. In October, it will be landing in Abuja, Nigeria.
I'm very happy to see another great crowd of good people, good experts and thought leaders in the pension arena, coming from 55 countries. So it's amazing to have them here in Holland again. And actually we have our World Pension Summit 2015 also in Abuja, Nigeria, catering the African continent. So I think we'll do well in Europe globally, and we do well in Africa for the African nations. So I'm very happy with that.